take time to get in touch with the divine. And the divine lies within thee, okay? That's why I name my business and channel this as a reminder to you when it pops up, or whoever. So even if they're not following the channel or the message, they might just see the nice little synchronistic message and be like, oh yeah, everything I need is within me. Right? It could be. You guys, it's so hot here, and I was talking earlier that it was gonna rain, and it hella did. That was a real thing. Okay. So anyways, back to this. I was having an interesting conversation with a friend earlier. You guys, if you didn't see my video from earlier, I already showed my outfit. I'll show it again. Ow. So this is bamboo cotton. I make these bodysuits. And this is the strong. Okay, you can tie it up or untie it or fold it over as many times as you want. Again, it's cut like this, and however you like. This can be worn as a dress, this can be worn as a shirt, this can be worn as a skirt, it can be brought up, worn more as like in the center, like this. However you want. I'm sassy, I'm saucy, I'm gonna keep it. And you can flip it. So if you like the shorter or the longer side on a different side, you can flip it. This is actually rayon. I tried to create something that was easy, diverse, and affordable. And also more colorful, because I just stopped doing it because the colors are not so good for the environment. Okay, guys? Oh, this little light, okay. They say the ears. We need the ears. Okay, so we'll put the ears. Okay. While I have blonde, you guys, we'll do the ears. If it makes everybody so fucking happy. Okay? If it makes you happy, then I'm happy for you. Okay? It's not a bother for me. I'm about it. So let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Okay. So let me make sure that you guys can hear me. I have to check always now the audio. Also have to try to set something up so you guys can, so I can see what you guys are saying to me. Stay there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see me or not, but we can move to the cards. Let's go. So, the universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, aliens, all of those are out there helping. I noticed I got a couple people that stopped being my followers and friends because I talked about aliens earlier. Well, if you guys aren't into it, if you aren't into mythical creatures and aliens and all this, if you're not into even entertaining any of that, then this probably isn't the right place for you. And I'm probably not the right reader. Thank you for all of your protection, your guidance, your clear, conscious information for the highest vibrational frequency and outcome of all. So it is. Thank you for your protection. You guys, this, wow. So I was here shuffling over here, the cards. And as I was shuffling this deck, which I wasn't even using earlier, I'm not sure. This is like the angels, I think it's like the Angels Love Oracle. And it was telling me some things, okay. And I just want to share them, and we can move on if you guys have any questions. Sunday fun day, right? Judgy Sundays, let's go. We can Bring it out to the chopping block. You ready for the guillotine? Let's go. So the first card, chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, the second card, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now this did come out sideways. So for some of you guys, I'm feeling a few different stories here. For some of you guys, there is children that can be part of the thing, maybe part of the separation or the divorce, maybe causing more things. Maybe one person wants to have children and the other doesn't. Maybe one already has a kid that they're trying to hide. Maybe they just found out about some children. For others, this could also be that they want to be more childlike with you, right? There could be some childhood bonding or childhood wounding that still needs to happen, and they don't want it to feel like a trauma bond, is what I'm getting, okay? But they want to be able to share that, and they want that to be part of the chemistry, and part of the connection is the ability to be open and to be honest and to be seen and heard and understood, right? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So for some of you guys, you may be discussing whether or not, like, this may be somebody serious. It's like, let's discuss, like, where do you want to live? What do you want to do? What's your 5-year? What's your 10-year? Like, how many children? Like, what do you want to do? For some of you, this could be somebody that's also been preparing, right? They may be preparing to have a kid or two, maybe. But you also may want to play around. I'm still getting this. You may want to play around like children, you know. And so I'm like, when is this all happening, right? Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes in now, okay? So decide, okay? It takes two people to make a decision, not just one person can make a decision. One person has to say yes, the other person has to say yes. Two people have to act and agree upon it, right? Wedding, the situation involves a marriage. Again, for some of you guys, you can be getting proposed to. For some, you could be ending a marriage, okay? For some, you could be wanting to figure out how to come into this deeper marriage or commitment, okay? Trust. The situation is calling you to have faith. It's time to take back control of your life. Free yourself. So free yourself and trust, I think, is how it came out. So free yourself is like this unicorn, right? So don't keep the unicorn, with the magic that's within you, don't keep it caged in. Like, for some of you guys, I'm feeling that you might be afraid to, like, be your honest self. Maybe be your playful self, be your nerdy or dorky or intense or like smart ass. For some of you guys, you can maybe have some weird style of, I'm sensing a couple things. Weird style of communication, but I'm also sensing like dark humor or like dad humor or like something like this. I'm all about the puns myself. I'm a punny motherfucker. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So for the person that's wondering, you know, that's feeling stuck or that's feeling trapped, in order to free yourself, to free yourself, you have to be yourself. Hello. Hey, Flo. How are you? In order to free yourself, you have to be yourself, right? Okay? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay? You have to open your heart, be able to give and receive. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So for some of you guys, there is very specifically someone coming in. Okay? For some of you guys, this can be somebody you've been wondering if you were going to marry. I'm doing well. How are you, Flo? For some of you guys, you may have been talking about marrying this person. For some of you guys, this may be like, it may be time to have a conversation. You may be having this conversation. For some of you guys, when you free yourself, when you be yourself, you can free yourself. When you trust that love is safe, then this person will enter to have this conversation. Okay. And don't be so serious, right? Be a little bit playful. Be a little bit flirty with it. Well, yeah, well, um, yeah, so this is the energy that was coming forward earlier, and then I picked up some other, what are the other cards that I picked up? This one on this deck was the Magician. So somebody could be, oh yeah, the Magician, and then Prudence, which is the Eight of Discs. So someone could be, or could have been, or could still be. Remember, time is not linear; it's a human construct. And then it was like this one, right? The Angel Strength. No, what did I pick? What? Did I reshuffle them? Oh my God, I reshuffled them. Oh, that's so strange. So I picked up this deck, and what came out was the Two of Hearts. Wow, that's so strange. So what was down here now? Fortitude. So Strength, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so that's so interesting. I must have shuffled it. So the energy that was coming out is that someone was like secretly doing something or preparing something. So someone is trying to prepare a secret thing. I was like thinking of making a post today. I don't like, for me, now that my nervous system is regulated, I'm like, no surprises. I don't want any surprise birthday parties. I don't want any big things. I don't want like loud frequencies or music or a bunch of people. Like, I'm super not into it. Like, before I used to love to go out to every party just to win every costume contest, because obviously I love costuming, but like, I'm not even, like, I don't feel any like love, like anyone to share that fun of like playing and getting dressed up and doing that with in my vicinity. My birthday is not today. My birthday is All Hallows Eve. So normally I do like elaborate costuming and stuff with a bunch of people, and normally I do a bunch of things, but I'm like, this energy, I feel like a bit like protecting my energy is super important. And just like after coming out of narcissistic abuse, we go, I was talking about this earlier today, we go in this state of like agoraphobia, right? To where it's like, I'd rather be in a state where I can maintain and manage my nervous system and my mood, so I can do my job and do my energy work and speak to my ancestors and my guides and all of this. Like, for me, being connected to divine is more important than like a party. Do you understand? So if people don't want to share the understanding or the space or celebrate that as part of who I innately am, and they don't want to protect it, then that is what it is, right? Like, but yeah, so I'm in this space of, right, like, after we come out of these crazy things, it's so important, like our nervous system. So what happens is, when we are constantly living in these different types of abusive situations, our nervous system gets used to operating in this fight or flight mode. It gets used to operating in the state of chaos. And so what happens is, a familiar hell becomes more normal to our nervous system than a new heaven, right? And for me, I'm just like, oh my God, like, to be able to not stress and to feel good and to smile and to whatever, like, you know, I'm not, my nervous system and my neurological, my CCM, like, I don't need anxiety, I don't need stress, I don't need surprise, I don't need intense places or loud noises. Like, I don't need that. I need very like quiet, solid, grounded people or intimate connections, like people that can like really, not people that are getting all whatever, because what's happening is people that are drinking and partying and doing all that, they're like openly, you're an open vehicle, so you're openly inviting all of these different spirits. And since I'm consistently talking to spirits and entities and deities and ancestors and whatever, you know, since I'm a psychic, medium, intuitive, I don't need to tap into people's unhinged fucking demons on the days that they're looking to come out and party, right? Like, they love that shit. Like, before, I used to, like, this is fun, it was like a roller coaster because I could maintain it mostly, sometimes not always, you know, like my birthday would be the one time where I'd just be like, all right, whatever. But as we advance spiritually, like, to protect our energy, to protect our spirit, and our nervous system, like, that's everything. Like, that's everything to me, you know? Like, I want spa, I want sauna, I want massage, I want to be pampered and worshipped. So you're the 31st of December? Your New Year's? That was my grandfather's birthday. We all had like magical birthdays. So yeah, right? Creep it real. Real witch shit. So I'm just like not, right? Maintaining our peace, maintaining, like, after you've been through some intense stuff, because I'm seeing a lot in the collective that relationships are shifting, you know? And it's interesting, I talked to like one of my friends and she was like, maybe, you know, you shouldn't just like start talking about stuff when it just like whatever. And I'm just like, I talk about what comes up in the cards and then how to like relate to people, whatever that is. You're the 11th of January. Okay, you're a Capricorn, so you like to know things. You need to be in the know, huh? You're a Capricorn. But you guys are good. You guys are good at hustling. Like, I would say the Capricorn are probably like similar like Scorpios, you know, like where we're just like, okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna fucking hustle. We're gonna make this happen. We don't even care. Like, there's like zero odds against people that are motivated, that give no fucks, to just do whatever it takes, right? I gotta love Capricorns for that. I mean, some of them can be intense, but I love them for that anyways. At least they're doing stuff. At least it's better than people just being like, I'm gonna do it and never does it. So anyways, what's your question? What was your question? What was your question? Let's answer it. Let's see. Because what I noticed, even something that I channeled yesterday for the collective, it was like really weird. Something was coming through about money or about will or about somebody dying and all this stuff. And my friend was like, yeah, but you were just like, was that like something that came up, or was that like personal? I was like, I don't really know. Like, I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. Like, if you know something about some shit that you didn't tell me about, like, what do you know? First of all, number one. Number two, like, as I went back on my other YouTube channel or whatever, I realized that actually there's like a lot of people that were posting similar things. So it's just a channel message for the collective, right? When I say I, you, me, I'm meaning like I and he is you are me, and we are all together. So when I'm doing a collective reading, you know, I'm doing a collective reading. So find what your happiness is, find what your joy is. If that's keeping your nervous system regulated, like sometimes we think that happiness or excitement or attention or showing up how other people maybe need us to show up is like what's gonna make us happy. And the reality is it's not gonna make us happy. It's gonna make our nervous system stressed out, and it's gonna put our nervous system back into this position, right? What's my other channel? You did not find me. I mean, I don't do tarot on the other channel. It's just like random stuff that I did. But it's like not that many things. It's just stuff that I did, like when I had my art studio on my bow and did my aerial on my bow, and like some different stuff, like doing fabric dyeing with organic stuff. Like I kind of do a little bit different, more me stuff over there than tarot. Yeah. What is your question? But I can type right here. I'm on my other channel here. And then you can see. What is your question? It is my name. The name of my channel is my name. Zoe. Now I'm in the comments so you can see there. What's your question though? Draw you a card. Let's go for this deck, okay? So yeah, many of you guys have been healing. For some, I'm hearing this interesting thing, which is like people feel that time. People feel that there's a certain amount of time needed or required for time to pass in order to come together, to be lovers, or to come into a play, right? The thing is like who writes or who creates the rules is really the lovers, right? Not just the lovers, but it's like what you choose to make as your decision, right? The Queen of Swords. So it's like, this is somebody that knows, okay? The Eight of Swords. But also somebody that is mentally distraught themselves, okay? They made a decision, but they're not comfortable about it. Maybe because there was a lot of work that went into something. There was a lot of defensiveness, maybe, that they felt. Or maybe that was their confusion, right? Maybe that they felt that their work that they put in wasn't noticed or appreciated, and so they were just kind of like, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm better on my own. Okay, hold on. What's going on in your life, Flo? Okay, hold on, Flo. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with the lovers first. Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Okay. For some, I'm seeing... Okay. I'm seeing two or more energies. Okay. First energy I'm seeing is Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Okay? So this first person over here, they don't want you to know. Maybe. Hold on. I'll ask. Let's see what the lovers have to say first. First energy here, Knight of Wands. This is very in and out love energy. This is kind of fuckboy energy, let's be real. Three of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. So what this tells me is that some people thought that they were Rico Suave. Some people thought that they could just win you over, that they could work you, or they wanted to work you with some passion. And they thought, okay, oh, I can use this. I can give you like a little ideas or a little money, or I can give you a little passion and whatever. And that didn't work out, okay? For some, they could have actually tried to pay to create something that you were creating, that you're supposed to be creating together. Try to pay to make it look like theirs. And instead of trying, when they try to stab you in the back, what came back is actually now they're being seen. Everybody's actually seeing who they are, and it's coming out for who they are, which is just a fuckboy, essentially, not a good person. Now, on the other hand, we have the Ace of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles, okay? So, on the other hand, we have somebody that is wanting to offer the love, someone that has been holding on, maybe holding on, working for a long time, maybe holding on, maybe there was some physical pain or some physical healing that had to happen Maybe they had to get a couple things straight in order to come into to be able to offer you right, or maybe they wanted you to be more secure. Okay, yeah, they want to offer you security. Okay, the second one wants to offer security. You need to be more specific with your question flow. I'm trying to tune into it, but they need more specifics. What's going on with your life and what? And work and living and housing and in relationship and health and spirituality. What's your dreams? What's your wish? Yeah. You don't know. You haven't actually got with yourself, flow. You're like, when is my dream or wish going to come true? The star. And then we have the moon in reverse. "13 years you like somebody, but he doesn't want you." Well, he works far away. Did he offer for you to go with him? The moon in reverse. So, yeah, this could be a wish. It could be a dream. It could be a hope, right? But this moon is in reverse, which means there's some type of illusion. He works far away from here. So why if you want to be with him, I don't understand. Because he doesn't want. He doesn't want. Because you want to move quickly and fast. Well, I think if you're not speaking to him and if he isn't asking you to live with him, then like that's not honest. There's still something being hidden. There's still an illusion. There's still some deception that's happening in the situation. So there's no love. There's no passion, maybe. I'm seeing the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. I'm thinking like they're afraid, maybe, also, and avoidant, because the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords, someone that's avoiding getting too close, avoiding sharing their secrets, avoiding, they're hiding something, maybe. Yeah, they don't want to make a commitment. Not into it. Yeah, I don't know, like, if he comes or offers you to come, then like it could work out, you know what I'm saying? Something that you've been waiting for, but this is physical presence. This is passion, you know? And this is something you've been waiting for, and this is coming now directly. So, yeah, someone that you have known for a long time. It's past. Maybe it's taken a long time. Maybe he also wants to move slow. Does he know you? I think that he doesn't know you that well because we have the Hierophant in reverse. It's hard for someone to make a decision about being with somebody or living with somebody if they haven't spent any time. You know what I'm saying? So probably best to spend some time together instead of spending time with whatever third parties. So I think the biggest thing is like unless somebody is really expressing, unless they're actually expressing that they want to work and build and create something with you, unless they're actually offering you this security or stability, like, if they're not going to offer this safety, this love, this safety, this stability, it's like not worth your time. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. They're going to end up abandoning you because you're letting them run their whatever they do. You know, the thing is like for avoidance, for narcissists, things like that, like the reality is like what finally like breaks them or makes them crack is when they get cut off, you know? When they realize something isn't chasing them anymore, or isn't playing the game anymore, right? When you drop the tennis racket, there's no more giving and receiving, and that's what they want. A narcissist or an avoidant, you know, that's what they want. They want the attention without the responsibility or the commitment, and like that's not how life works. It's not how life works. Okay, you can't ask for relationship things if you're not willing to show up for a relationship. If you're not willing to walk that path, then like nobody's gonna be happy. It's not happiness. Yeah, it's not security. That's not stability, and that's not creating. That's not taking your life in your control. It's holding on to a outdated way of thinking, an outdated way of being, and that's just a reality. You know, there's like psychological abuse, like mental and psychological, emotional abuse and damage that goes on when people don't choose, when they're not fully chosen, right? This is an actual real thing, like scientific studies backing it up. So if someone is not saying, I want to figure out how we can be together, I want to figure out how we can live together, or if there's not a way, do you know, like, you've known him, but he doesn't want to move that fast? Like, that doesn't make any sense. No. He doesn't love you. He's hiding. He's pretending. That's a lie. Love lies. Okay? For some, you can see where the love lies. Like, maybe it lies within. In this case, it's a lie. He's not hiding. For some people, they are hiding, but he has no interest in giving and receiving. There will be no reciprocity. He likes what you give to him. He likes what you provide for him. Constant attention or neediness, like that's just any narcissist or any avoidant. Yeah, they want to keep you a mental construct. So we're just in a different spot. Like, they have the ability to create a happy union. They have the ability to create a happy ending. They have the ability to be abundant like the well. Like, they have to actually physically make the offer and end whatever else is going on. They don't want to. Generally when people don't want to make commitments, and they've already been with you or been talking to you or whatever, is because there's a third party. There's something else. It's just reality. So that's why it's better if people just are honest from the beginning. So if he already told you too fast, I don't want to move in, then you asking him when you can move in, you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't gonna make him want to move in any faster. I think the reality is like, yeah, if you want your fortune to change or you want whatever, you know, offer the ability, right? I think that if someone wants to be with you, they would at least try to meet you, right? Try to spend a night with you, a week with you, a weekend with you. If that's not happening, you know, they're famous, so he's just like famous and stringing you along. They love a cheerleader. Men love cheerleaders. But if they're not returning it, if you don't feel it being returned, 0%, I'm gonna be strong and holding on, bitch. I'm gonna walk away. That shit's dead so fast. You know? Well, I don't care whatever job you fucking have, dude. Like, if you can't have the person, if you love somebody and you can have them with you, then like that person is not your empress, that person is not your partner. It's just the reality of the situation. So gotta look at things a little bit different. Like if someone can't honor and worship me, like don't bother me also, you know? If you're trying to entertain other people and other things, like no luck. Stay out my way, okay? I'm looking for people that want whatever, you know? So what are you looking for? If you're like consistently don't care if somebody does any work, doesn't put any work in to being with you or to reaching out to you or to expressing to you that you mean the world to them or they want to whatever, then they're not taking any action, then they're waiting for somebody or something else. So that's just reality, right? Don't let the devil, don't let your lust or whatever like hold you down or hold you back, right? So if you feel that someone, like that you have something with somebody, then like you should make a decision to experience that, to test it out, you know? If you just don't want to do it because you're afraid to commit or because you don't want to give up your lifestyle or your whoring around or your third partying or whatever, then like that's a choice too. And like believe people when they tell you who they are, right? Yeah, they want to party. They have no interest in hanging or changing or moving out of their state. They already are well decided. Look, 3 of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Hangman in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, King of Swords. So this is a decision. Okay, this is a decision. Okay, it's like I don't care. Like I don't have any third parties if I'm not offering anybody love. If I'm not hung up on anybody, and I'm not with anybody, then I don't have to go away from anybody or to anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I know what I'm doing, and that's it, right? I'm here. I'm single, right? They're not interested. Some are not interested in having the Empress, and they want you to sit and think about it and cry about it and be like, oh, I'm so sad. I want to fucking unalive myself. But really, you could just take that anger, like, see how death is in reverse? So it's like, you're not interested in probably letting, like, you're fucking unbothered. Like, I was meditating, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice I was being offered, like, I didn't even notice this person's emotional state because I didn't see or feel their emotional state because I didn't see or feel or experience any fucking action. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody that's just like talking about how they were gonna do all these things. Someone that's talking about how they wanna have a family or a legacy or do something, but like, they're not really doing anything. King of Cups in reverse, right? They're just like out here playing the victim, or maybe they could be out here talking shit on you. Yeah. 2 of Cups in reverse, Justice in reverse, Sun in reverse. They're actually, for some of you guys, for some of Collective, they're out there talking shit, saying, you don't know what you're talking about, you're crazy, nobody can love you, they're the only ones that you'll get anything from, that you'll receive any passion from, and that everybody else is going to walk away from you, that nobody's going to want to talk to you anymore. Little do they know, actually, collective, you're the high priestess. You don't need to learn more. You don't need to actually report to the fucking authority. Okay, the authority will be reporting back to you. You don't need to be strong. It's not your fortune that's changing for the worst, it's theirs, okay? So for some of you guys, they tried to do some shit. Oh, who was that? I thought that was the Hierophant. That wasn't the Hierophant. Which was it? Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, so you're not playing with the fear tactics, with the patriarchal bullshit, yeah. And then we have the Hierophant. Yeah. So it's these other people that were trying to teach you a lesson, that were trying to hide something, collective, that they're realizing, actually, you've already put in so much work that you're about to supersede them all. Okay, interesting. Collective, take what resonates, leave what does not. Messages for the collective, about to take over, huh? No, I'm not sure. You know, gender, tarot is not gender. Yeah, for some, somebody tried to put you out on your ass. For some, somebody tried to, or somebody did abandon you and leave you out in the cold. Someone tried to say that you weren't that good of an artist. They tried to actually devalue or steal some of your art and take it. They try to take your art, ooh, and not pay you for it. Oh, collective. For some of you guys, your ancestors and maybe even some law situation is about to come into play, and the artist ain't gonna be the one that gets played here, okay? These people that thought they had been hiding something, that were trying to put you out, dip you out of the community, okay? Try to put options, try to fuck you up. Oh, wow. Collective. What are these messages? Okay. Could have been a couple. It could also have been somebody that you had, that you were close to, family, somebody that you also maybe had a love connection with, okay? But also that could be family member, yeah. Something came to an end and they are going to be losing. They are not going to be able to defend themselves, okay? So for some evidence and some information actually came to light, and this is going to fucking bury them, and it's going to put you, collective, in this very happy position, wealthy position. It's been a long time coming for you, and yeah, somebody just said or did the wrong fucking thing and they try to put it out on you. They try to take from you, and now they're all going to be begging to be receiving from you. Interesting. And for many of you, you're not going to be accepting apologies. You're going to be tossing people like, nope, I gave you plenty of time to apologize. I gave you plenty of time to take the fucking mask off, to stop the fuckery, right? Yeah. You can stay hanging there with your fake ass passion, with your fake ass love. I'm hearing this song, straight up to my face, straight up to my face. Fake love, fake friends, straight up to your face, okay? For many of you guys, you will be victorious because the secrets and lies, the illusion of the fuck boys is coming out. They about to get it. And they're gonna be paying, okay? They're gonna be paying. For some, they may come and try to pretend to offer you something and in a sexual manner, so watch out for that. They may say they've been doing all of this and doing all of that, but the only thing they're trying to do is to put you out, okay? Do not be distracted, okay? Look at this. This person wants to put you out. Don't let it faze you, okay? Not all opportunities that come at us are divinely given. Sometimes they are lessons, right? Sometimes divine sends lessons to make sure that we pass the karmic test and that we're not going to repeat it again, guys. So don't repeat it again, right? Learn the fucking lesson. Yeah, the artist, learn that you create it, okay? Learn where your unions should and shouldn't lie, right? Shouldn't lie. So where people are lying, where they've been deceptive, where whatever, you know, don't cry over it. Don't cry over it. See people for who they are. Know who they are. Understand who they are. Move on from that. Change that, okay? Don't let them manipulate your emotional state, because you have happiness here, okay? And there is action that is being taken on your behalf. And you're not going to be the one that ends up with heartache, okay? You're not. That's going to be them, okay? There's going to be a big fucking fight. There's people that have been holding their emotion, that have been holding face, that have been pretending to be peaceful, that have not been showing their emotion for a long time, that have been like acting like they're cool and calm, like this King of Cup, like they're about to flip their fucking lid. They're about to go ape shit, and people are going to see. People are going to see, because they're going to start pitching a tantrum, right? They're going to see them change, like the way that they behave change as this other lover, as they see collective with their actual lover, right? As they see them come in to this 10 of Cups, as they see them come in with this actual lover, they are going to be like, how did you know that? How did you know? How did you, like, I tried to block you, I tried to fuck you up, I tried to send you here, I tried to send them away, I tried to prevent you from not going anywhere, I tried to control and rule it all. Nah, you didn't do the work, fool. You didn't do the work, because, and even if you do think you did the work, you ain't the emperor, right? Not the emperor. The emperor is the one that's creating the new foundation. The emperor is not going to be the one in control. The emperor is going to be the one actually coming in, okay? Stability, safety, right? A new path. There will be celebrations, not third parties, right? And they're waiting. They've made most of the decisions, feminine. Has taken a lot of strength and energy, but they want to keep you happy, okay? They really want to keep you happy, and there is a lot of decisions that need to be made that actually require, they want your opinion, yeah. They want to make the decisions with you. It's like the final decision can't be made without you, okay? It's a two-person situation. So it's not just a, one of these cards was upside down, I think. It's not just a one person, look at that. The High Priestess, okay, so for many of you guys, feminine, you have known. You have known since you've been known, and I feel a lot of the masculine energy has a lot of ego, pretending like they didn't know, pretending like maybe they were better than you, they were smarter than you, maybe they knew more people, or were cooler than you, maybe more stable, maybe they didn't feel like you were mentally or emotionally or financially stable. For many, they judged you or talked down about you because they don't see you being of a high enough echelon or whatever, right? That's fucking rude, you guys. That's fucking rude, because you see them well enough to want to you want to work with them, but what, you ain't trying to work it out with them? No, that's rude. That's rude, okay? That's rude. And if that's the case, then you should be fucking paying too. Rude. Yeah, look. You're trying to offer love or share love, like the woman should not have to take the strength of maybe you will or maybe you won't. It's rude. Two of Pentacles. Supposed to create balance, okay? And not the Devil in reverse. So the Devil keeps coming up in reverse. So it's like, what I'm getting very strongly is that there is a lot of there is a lot of love or a lot of passion, but they don't want it to feel like, they don't want it to feel like it's fake, like it's forced, like it's lustful, like it's too fast. The thing is like, you have to actually be in the same vicinity, right? Divine masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine. You have to stop fucking crying and actually take some action, right? Whatever that is, even if it means like, I'm not done healing and saying that, or whatever the fuck it is, you gotta do something. Okay? Time isn't balancing it out. It's tilting the scales in another direction, and it's setting up this other energy to enter. Knight of Wands, Temperance, okay? It's just gonna keep testing. Just gonna keep testing feminine with more people offering her the D. That's what it is, basically. Knight of Wands. With Temperance, it's like testing the waters. So, yeah, people want to work. People want to put work in. People are like, oh wait, I don't have to be emotionally available, but I can still, like, I don't have to give anything, but I can still get what I want. Like, nah, girl. Can't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be that girl. Don't be that guy. It ends in heartbreak. Okay? It ends in heartbreak and you fucking hiding and not wanting to deal with people anymore. Because people fucking tricked you, you know? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Stay in your healing space. Four of Swords. And again, that's precisely why I'm staying in my happy healing environment. You know, if somebody wants to enjoy my company, like, good. You can, you know, you can message me and schedule something where you actually follow through with the day and time that you say. You know, you want to take me somewhere? That's great. You want to go somewhere? You want to have dinner? You want to do something that, like, you're going to have to actually pick up the phone to do that. I don't respond that well to text messages. I prefer a voice note or an actual phone call. I'm old school like that. I'm like, how do I know how you're feeling? How do I even know how to respond to this? It's just like, what? How do I know? Everybody texts different, and if you don't know how somebody's texting style or language is, they can be the difference of coming together like a union and fortune, or thinking this person is fucking psychotic devil, you know, like thinking they have bad intentions, you know. We have language barriers. We have like 7%, right? 7% of language is only the actual language itself that we're speaking. 7%. Okay? The rest is in tone, right? How we direct it, how loud or how quiet, how we're directing it, in the body language, right? In the facial expression, in the motion, in the what you can't see, right? Only 7% is actual written word or language. 7% of communication. So 7% of communication is word or language. The rest is all tone, quality, like how we can connect, you know? Just because we like the same things or we're similar, like liking the same things is minimal, you know? Like, yeah, that might bring us together. That might give us a reason to feel like we need to be together, but that doesn't secure a bond in physical reality. What secures bond in physical reality is communication, is sharing that, is learning together, is learning each other, learning how do we reach this emotional fulfillment with people, and how we can help them to feel safe, to come out of the space where they're not emotionally safe, and get out of this stuck energy, and stop allowing all of the other exterior things and people that just want to use them for passion or for a fuck to kind of be on their way, and how we reawaken this artist, right? How we stop being the victim of the things that we've lost and we reawaken this artist, which the artist is officious. So this is the 13th, the human one in the zodiac, right? So he's the one that's creating. So he's like next level. He's like initiated magician, right? He's like been initiated into the mystery schools. He's like knows more. And he knows how to like create or manipulate reality a little bit better. Not people, no, not people, reality, you guys. There's a difference, okay? When you're doing stuff and you're not, you know, just because you don't have bad intentions doesn't mean that you don't have like a trace of what you're doing, like what it might, the ripple or the domino effect, right? The butterfly effect that it leaves behind. You guys ever watch that movie, The Butterfly Effect? So it's like everything that you do has an innate effect of how it can end up hurting somebody else later on down the line. So you got to be about that, and you got to know that not everybody is strong. Not everybody has the same strength that you do. Not everybody is ready to experience that strength. Maybe what I'm getting is for many of you guys, there hasn't been this strength in partnership for a lot. They haven't actually experienced this before. What they've experienced is a lot of control issues and a lot of fighting, and a lot of false love or people leaving them. A lot of I wanted to create all this stuff together, but it was all just, yeah, it was all fabrication. Oh, you guys, it was all fabrication because they wanted to tell you, they wanted to tell collective whatever made them happy. That's not nice, okay? And so you're like here, like not happy, maybe being single and saying, what the fuck? Like, you changed my fortune, you changed my life, you know? So for some of you guys, interesting. Messages coming in fast. Okay, let's get messages of love coming in fat. Okay, coming in fat, coming in fast. Okay, you guys, these messages keep repeating. Lovers want to keep coming. Okay, so we have the messages, the 8 of Wands, the Chariot, the 2 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Cups. I'm going to get the Rider-Waite here. So messages are coming in fast, okay? Someone wants to make a commitment, okay? Someone's ready to open up emotionally and to make this emotional commitment. Okay? Can you tell us about this message? Can you tell us about these messages? Clarification? Okay, for some of you guys, somebody is going to take action, okay? Somebody who you may not be thinking, okay? So be open, keep an open mind, but someone is taking action. Someone that could have had a missed opportunity previously, someone that you could have had a partnership or relationship for, maybe you weren't ready to take it to the next level, maybe there was marriage, maybe there was a divorce, okay? For some of you guys also, the message that could be coming in is, hey, I took this action. Maybe they got a divorce. Maybe they ended a relationship and they want to know if they've missed their opportunity with you because they want to say you're their happiness. And they don't want you to be so quick to judge them. They don't want you to be so quick to judge them for coming. Okay, so for some of the collective, I keep getting this. For some of the collective, they may be coming in, out. Yeah, okay. They may be coming out of another relationship and into a relationship. This is the 3rd time, okay? They don't want that to be a secret, and they don't want you to think that that's going to be a problem. They don't want it to feel like they're rushing in. I think that there's been a lot of exterior judgment that has happened from the community or from friends or family, and they're just saying that it's going to end wrong, okay? So like they don't want to rush, right? They don't want to move too fast because they don't want to fuck it up, okay? But the problem is not making a decision in action is actually blocking the, it's blocking the passion, it's blocking the connection, it's, you know, like sometimes more time doesn't create more attraction, right? Sometimes more time creates less stability, less attraction, less like, you know, like I don't see this person as the emperor. I don't see them, you know, I see them in this foolish state. I see them not ready to create something, you know, not ready to take the action, just thinking about this. And this is the energy that they're feeling. They're feeling that, you know, this passion, like you want to fuck, like you, like, yeah, I want to be with you. I'll leave everything once I know that you're going to be with me, and I don't have to feel like a fool because I'm going to cut somebody else off or something else off. And like, that's where they're fucking up. Okay? Their actions or their words or their messages can't be still checking to see if you're single while they're still fucking sneaking around. Like, no more sneaking around. You gotta let it in, right? You gotta make a fucking decision. Gotta make a decision. Can you tell me about this Chariot? Can you give me clarification on the Chariot? The High Priestess? Yeah, you already know. For many of you guys, you already know. The Queen of Swords. You already know, like, the action that you have to take. You already know what you have to say. You already know what you have to do. For many of you guys, you have to go and offer. You have to go and offer something, some type of reciprocity. It can be an action. It can be an apology. For some, it's something that you have promised or that has been waiting for a while. Okay, waiting for something. What are they waiting for? Waiting for the ships to come in. The Queen of Cups. So you already know. Okay. They're waiting for you or for this for it to actually materialize, right? It's like, I don't want to keep seeing that it's coming, like when, right? So they're waiting for it to materialize. Okay. Clarification on the Two of Cups. Four of Wands. Victory, Six of Wands. King of Swords to the Queen of Swords over here. Can be air energy. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Does not have to be. There's also a lot of, there's Gemini over here. There's Leo over here. There's Libra here. There's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ready to make action, okay? They want to offer this cup of love. It's not a... For some of you guys, somebody that's going to do this may not have another option, okay? For some of you guys, they may not have another option. They may act like they have a lot of options, but they may not actually have somewhere to live. Either their options that they did have, that could be part of it. They could be walking away. They could be walking away from one of their options or third parties, something that has been a secret or that they've been deceptive about. And that could mean when they do that, that they're also losing their place to live. Okay, for some of you guys, that can mean that, okay? That will be ultimately like a judgment call, right? And so they're extremely worried, okay? Yeah, they're extremely worried that you're gonna say fucking no, feminine, due to third-party actions, due to them not telling you the truth, due to them not choosing you in the first place, kind of stabbing you in the back, and then secretly still doing whatever they wanted to do, while saying that it was potentially over, or that they didn't have somebody else or something like this. There's a lie. Okay, let's figure out what this lie is about. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. You guys gotta tell the truth. Truth will set you free. First it's gonna piss you off, but it will set you free. Okay? And if you tell the truth and then someone can't take it, then they're not your person also. If you betrayed somebody, you know, it's not their job to be strong, to say, oh, well, maybe I did this, so you can do that, and oh, you should be strong because I'm never gonna do that. Like, that's not how it works. Like, reciprocity is like karmic balancing. You get what you get. So, and this doesn't mean you go out and be like, oh, well, you fuck somebody else, so I'm gonna fuck somebody else. Like, that's not reciprocity. That's not karmic balance. That's vindictiveness. That's child's play, right? That's not people that want to be in union. That's not people that want to be married and be together, right? That's somebody that's actively looking for a new path or a new way. And that's the difference, is some people are learning like that they want to come into union. Some people are learning that they want to go on this new path. Some people are very set on holding their old ideas or ideals or ways about things. And this is ultimately going to prevent them from moving to this new future together, is thinking that they already know everything. I'm getting this very strong. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to end everything, right? And it's going to just give you more work, because the divine is going to tell you, you don't know everything, because you're still acting on passion. You're still acting on lust. You didn't learn. Okay, for many of you guys, you're still fucking with third-party shit. Yeah. Yeah. And feminine knows. Right? And feminine knows. So, yeah, it's not going to end good. Okay. So can you give us more clarification on this Hierophant, please? Temperance in reverse. 5 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, fight or argument. Hello. Hello, Andreas. Empress. And Victory. Okay, so for some, I was getting a channel about this earlier too. For some, the masculine, divine masculine, has been trying to do all this stuff, has been fighting to figure out how to find the balance, within himself, has been super hyper focused. Hi, if you have a question, you can ask your question. They've been hyper focused on, you know, holding on to, I got to work on myself. I got to work on myself, right? I got to balance myself out. I got to get my shit together. I got to be this and I got to be that, because I got to come in victorious, when they're realizing in the end, yeah, I got this channel. So divine masculine is actually realizing that the work that needed to be done, that his work that needs to be done, isn't actually on himself, that is selfish, and he's not being selfless, and that actually his work is tending to the feminine, and that's what helps him like heal the last phase of the work, right? Is surrendering, is honoring, is worshiping feminine, the Empress, right? Is caring, and it's like, imagine this Empress energy, right? If there was a pregnant woman, like, what would you be doing, right? Would you be making sure like she had a nice seat to sit in? Would you make sure that she had water? Would you make sure that she had the food that she needed? Would you make sure that there wasn't too much crazy shit going? Yeah, you would be going out of your way, right? And listen, for some of you guys, you guys can be wanting to be pregnant. Some of you guys may be pregnant. Some of you guys may be trying to get pregnant. You see here? See how the feminine actually looks older than the masculine? So she's teaching him how to be more nurturing, more in this feminine state. And that's what he feels, right? That's what he's feeling or learning, right? He's coming into this state of emotional contentment because he's learned. So a lot of us realize that for sometimes we're like, we can't go into relationships, you know? We're not ready. We're not ready. I need more time. We're not ready. And the thing is like, where you're going to learn and grow and heal and come across the most stuff is in intimate relationships, is in relationships where you guys are sharing intimacy, right? Where you guys are physically connected. Now, intimacy can also be, this can be like a family member or something like this, right? It's somebody that you share things with, that you're very close and open and share things with. That's not enough. You're not asking me a question. Tell you about somebody, like, tell you what, ask a specific question. You want an answer? You guys need to learn to ask a specific question. Be very specific. This person, what is their name? What do you want to know about them or about you or about your love life? Like, be more specific. I want to high five you and I want to answer your question, but you just keep asking me, tell me if you can tell me about someone, love. This reading is about love. So if you listen instead of demanding your question, or if you formulate a question that I can pull a card for, then you can help other people. But sometimes as I'm channeling, the message is coming through, so make sure you listen, because just as you tune in and you're in a vibrational resonance, like if you found this card, then like you're gonna know that, okay? For some of you, they wish to give you the stability, okay? They want to create it for you. For many of you, they feel like they're still learning how to be a better partner or how to manage their emotional state, okay? So as I was saying, the channel for the Divine Masculine is that sometimes coming in and learning to care for feminine and learning to be softer or of service in a different way, right? Getting out of this lust stage, this physical, well, I have to do this, or I have to have money, or I have to be this, or I have to heal everything, every bad habit or love language or personality disorder. And the reality is like, no, you're not going to come together. You're not going to find justice in that, right? You're not going to heal this past life trauma, right? You're going to maybe come together for a little bit, but not find the balance that you're actually seeking, right? It's going to end up ending, and that's not what you want. So what you have to do is realize, like, people aren't searching for a perfect partner. That doesn't fucking exist, right? We have work to do, and every moment, as long as we're living, as long as we're in relationships, then we have work to do. Okay, let me see. I can see you put a question. Okay, so Andreas, nice to meet you. You want to know if this person that you love, you want to know if they love you back, or you want to know if you have a future with them? Which is it? Do they love you back? Do they love you back? They may have a lot of options, okay? Again, this is like a general thing that's going on for the collective. They may have options, but that's because certain people are maybe taking other actions or showing them or doing something else, right? That's the action. The magician is someone who's making something happen. Have you expressed your love, or are you too afraid to express your love, Andreas? Because what I see here is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this means you haven't expressed your love. Maybe you're in a mental construct, and maybe that's why you're in the mental construct, because you didn't actually take the action, and you can't get the information, right? You can't see where the path leads or where the future leads. You can't get the information without the action. So what I would say is, number one, have you expressed yourself? Hello, welcome. Number one, have you expressed yourself that you love them, or are you wondering if there's potentially a future And if you should express yourself. Is that the question? Yeah, I'm feeling that's the question, right? That's the question? Okay. Okay. Is there a future? Should Andreas express his love? How are you? How long? Well, we don't know because everybody has free will, and the way the timelines are collapsing right now, like time is very linear. So I can see, okay, let's see. It's Andreas. Does he have a future with Nancy? The Emperor, okay, you can create a future with her if that's something that you wish to do. There may be, you guys may have to move past something, either one emotionally, or this could also be maybe you live in different places. For some, you have to learn maybe a new skill or a new job, or maybe a new language to go to a new place. In order to like come into this passionate, maybe you guys haven't had that passionate connection yet, and that's what you're worried about, if you're gonna actually have that. You know, the thing is you're gonna have to make action, right? And again, what this read has been about so long is, you know, people gotta dump the third parties. Okay. You think? So 1 or 2 weeks. How are you? Can you ask if you get your dream job? Okay. Andrea said, like, you can make this happen, but you actually have to make it happen. Okay? What I feel is that you don't have the full... Maybe you don't feel the full passion. Maybe you feel the idea of it is good, but with the Ace of Wands in reverse, oh, you guys are going to turn this so you guys can see the sunset. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, it doesn't show me that that you guys have a lot, that you've either expressed passion, like sexual intimacy, or maybe you don't feel that. Maybe you don't feel like the attraction is there, is kind of what I'm vibing. I don't know. So, Tanner, can you ask if you get your dream job in the future? Tanner, does Tanner get his dream job in the future? Well, sir, you maybe have a lot of options, okay? Now, there's something that you could have, you know, past. This can be soulmate energy. So this can be someone from the past. This can also be a family member or something that you already had from the past. What I'm seeing here is that maybe you have some options. Maybe something that you did put a lot of work into hasn't been paying off or isn't paying off, and so maybe you need to go back to something, maybe your dream job. Maybe you're going back to the thing that actually brings you joy, and when you take action upon that, I feel like you'll be able to help create. But in order for that to happen, I think that first there's a job or something that has to end, a relationship or a job, okay? Something you've been holding on to, you've been fighting and holding on to for too long, that it's like out of fight, okay? Yeah, just you've been hanging on to something for way too long, far too long. It's been taking forever and it's not working out. So, dream job. I think that you know if it's your dream job. I think that you know that you can have it. I think that you're the only one, yeah, Empress, okay? You're the one that gestates the idea of it being able to be a reality, right? You're the only one that does that. You're also the only one that's blocking. Now you're staying in something. This can be, you can be dealing with past family, past job, past schooling, something that you should have already learned your lesson about. This could be religion. It could be different things. It could just be like an ex or something like this, but something that you keep going back to. This can be an idea or a pattern. You know, I honestly, like, that's more of a, I have to do more of a personal reading to go farther than that, but I would say that when you stop holding on to whatever that other thing is that may be preventing you from getting the dream job, whether that's the location or the family or the friends that aren't supportive or the partner or whatever, or the habit, whatever it is, when you kind of release that, I think that you'll see better things kind of enter for you. If that makes sense. So I hope that helps everybody. I hope that that brings some more conclusion. I'm going to pull for these 10 of Cups and see. Can you conclude us? What is the 10 of Cups energy? Emotional contentment. Yeah, they don't want to fight. They don't want to have heartache. No more heartache, okay? Being able to be in a safe space. Bringing in offering of love, okay? For some of you guys, this can be a union, a partnership, an engagement. Yeah, actually being able to open up, expressing love. Maybe for some of you guys, this can be love that you haven't been expressing or sharing for a long time. You may have been keeping your love, your heart, your passion, your expression of even doing this, even dating or whatever. You may have been very closed off or very blocked off, maybe because you don't have people that you can connect with on a health level or on a verbal or mental level, right? I see a lot of the caduceus, you know, and maybe also on a physical level, right? Maybe you think of, you know, just like thinking of some of the things that you've lost, some of the emotional states or some of the partners or lovers, you know, you've moved past that. You're not staying hung up on things. You're like, you know what, I found my balance. I don't want to be the only one I don't want to be the only one taking actions or the only one apologizing or accepting, okay? They want a new path, okay? So this can be masculine or feminine. They want a new path. They wanted to, you know, no fighting, no disagreements. Figure out how everything can be discussed, how action can be taken so we can heal and be in a better space, right? So we can find balance, right? No attacking each other, no using vulnerabilities against each other. That's something that keeps coming through for the collective very strongly. So if that's something that you do, that's a very toxic, abusive and manipulative thing, okay? My last partner used to do that a lot, and it was just, I'm sure his wounded whatever coming back, but it's just very manipulative and very narcissistic, you know. Yeah, stabbing me in the back. You know, can't do that. Yes, thank you, Andres. Yeah, it makes sense. Cool. No, there, I don't use black magic, but some people do, you know, and it's something that I had to clear and clean off a lot. And there has been a lot of people trying to cause, trying to fight or cause disagreements. And like that's why it's so important to stay clean and to stay clear and to stay tapped into your intuition, right? The divinity that's within thee, to this high priestess energy, so no one can get around you. If you stay connected, like, they won't have any option. They won't even have the option to do that. If you stay connected to holding on to divine, to source creation, and in gratitude, you know, then you're going to be protected. Then it doesn't matter who says what or does what. Like, nobody's going to have anything against you. But no, we don't do black magic. I don't do black magic. I'm all love and all light. But there is people that are trying to do that. And there is some people that are actually trying to hurt people, trying to unalive them, and it's not nice, you know. But collective just needs to stay strong. They need to stay out of this mental construct and in this space of love, and understand that there will be people that are pretending to offer them love or safety or security or friendship and different things like this. And you got to know what isn't your wish, what isn't your dream, what isn't your wish fulfillment is not for you. Don't try to take things or hop on boats or with people, do you know, that are going to abandon you. Like, that's not where it's at. You should know. If you have to like consistently question, then like, I don't know that you know, I know that that's more fear or manipulation than connection, right? And a lot of you guys may be having that from that you feel like from past lives and stuff like this. Well, some of our contracts have already completed. So what we feel, the connection to past life energies or entities, we've already may have completed the karma or the karmic cycle, or they may have already missed the loop to where now it's not coming into play, right? It's already over. They'll do it the next lifetime, or it's been agreed that you signed off the contract and now it's going on with like moving on to somebody else that chose. If they didn't do it by a certain time, then whatever. And this is what happens in divine unions, in soulmates, and karmics, and all types of things like this, right? Like, people can evolve from a soulmate into a divine union. People can evolve, right? Like, a karmic is still a soulmate, a sibling or a parent or whatever. They're still all soulmates. Like, people that are coming here to help us learn and grow and teach lessons, they're all different forms of soulmates. And when we understand, you know, when we understand that everybody's here, and we understand the lesson that they're showing to us, and we stop hiding from ourselves, and we stop being in this illusionary state from ourselves, then we don't have to worry about that anymore. Then the universe is making sure that there's reciprocity, right? That there's give and receive, that there's actual balance that's happening, and they will create new pathways for us, okay? But that means that we have to allow old pathways to kind of fall to the way, and that means sometimes we have to surrender and not know what comes next, and not have all the stability and security that we thought we had. Sometimes we just have to say trust in it. And I feel that, like I said, some of the masculine and the feminine may come in and say, listen, I don't have everything that I should, or everything that you thought, and I don't know what to do. And it may just be like, okay, like when we trust and we take this leap together, you know, like we're gonna jump together, you know, and create this new thing. That's a reality as well. Let me look over here. My ears are true. No, I'm not an elf. I've been putting on these elf ears because everybody loves them, because I have my hair, blonde, and I feel like I look like an elf. That's why. That's why. Okay. So for many of you guys, I did say about the new love. The new love is coming in. And when we let go of old love that is not so sure, and we allow for the new love to blossom, then, you know, love will show up. Yeah, our wish and our dream will come in, like in divine timing, but it's a choice. Are we at the right vibrational frequency, right? Like, I just keep saying, like, I'm all love. Like, are you embodying love? Ask yourself that before you ask if you have someone that's going to share passion. Are you embodying love? Are you willing to be wrong? Are you willing to hold space for someone else to hurt you? Are you willing to hold space for someone else to cry and share the things with you that they're hurt about? Are you willing to change your schedule? Are you willing to build a life or a dream or a future? Are you stuck on needing to be alone all the time? Or are you ready to share your space? Like, ask yourself really first, right? Everybody wants to know when love is coming in, and it's like, are you ready to embody that, right? It's a whole nother thing. I'm absolutely not Canadian. It's because I have blonde hair right now, because I bleached my hair. Maybe if I said A, I'm from Canada, A. Not from Canada. Not from Canada. Driven across Canada, though, before. Nice, beautiful, long, flat country. So there is no new love until you decide to walk away from whatever you're entertaining. As long as we're entertaining other things, then no, it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work, okay? You have to make the decision. It's like you're sitting here trying to decide if you should make a decision or not, you know? Yeah, Jigali. Hey, you're from Canada, eh? All right. So if you're asking the question, until you've made the decision to walk away from something, until you've allowed for the lies or the deception or the other passion, right? You may have other addictions. You may have other people. Generally, the King of Wands. This is more of passion, right? This is more reptilian brain. So it's like either you have like addictions or weird fantasies or whatever, and like that's fine. Like, but you gotta be willing to put all of that on the table. You know, you gotta be willing to be honest about that. Yeah. Because the feminine energy will always know that you're hiding something, right? And the only one that's going to be in the mental construct is you, and she's going to feel that, and then she's going to be like, this isn't stable, this is non-stable, it's not going to work for me, because I know and see all this stuff. And she's going to be like, there's somebody else, something else out there. So women need security, right? They need consistent, what is it called? Not gratification. Gratification is the wrong word. Consistent, not verification, reassurance, right? I love you. I'm going to be there for you. Don't worry, I'm strong. I'm going to hold it down, right? Don't worry, like, I'll take a hit for you, whatever, right? Like, that's the energy. So when you get in that space, then, like, you can call in that new love, but until you're in that space of being able to be protected, you can't call in, like, if masculine is too much in the feminine energy of like, I need love and emotion and tenderness, then you're going to be calling in more masculine feminines, right? If feminine is too much in masculine energy, then she's going to be calling in feminine masculines, right? Because it's just about creating the balance. When we've actually created the balance of the masculine and feminine within our own being, then we can actually call in the right frequency, the right beings, right? Because then we're living our truth and we're ready to take that leap of faith, right? We're ready. What's now for us is for us. We don't have to work for it. It comes to us, right? Through our authenticity, through our realness, through our action, right? Through our words and through our actions, through stating, through claiming our divinity, through saying I'm of, you know, like royal starseed heritage, right? I'm the empress or the emperor. Like, I came to create a new world, to birth a new situation, and I'm here to do it. And I claim my birthright, right? I claim love. I claim happiness. I claim this, right? Don't claim this nightmare. Don't claim this obsession. Don't claim this, I'm working so hard and it never gets anywhere. Don't claim that I never get my wish or my dreams. Nothing ever works out for me. Your words are your spells, okay? Don't overthink it. I see justice, okay? So many of you guys, okay? There may be a disagreement, okay? But you need to show your emotions, okay? You need to show your emotions, and you need to share what you want to create, what you see, what you feel like you want to create with this person. Okay, collective, share some of your ideas and see if you guys even vibe on what you want to do moving forward. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like a little offering of love, right? You gotta kind of put it out there. You gotta say, listen, I'm down to go for a ride. Like, if you're down for us to figure out how to work this out, right? I don't want to stay in this stagnant state. I don't want to stay in a stalemate anymore. You know, I'm like not interested. Stalemate is not interested. Cool, from Canada, amazing. If you're wondering if you'll change your religion, then you probably will. That's a personal choice. I don't think that that's If it's a thought, or if it's having to do with a person or a marriage or something like this, like what are you more firmly rooted on? The patriarchal religious structure or the person that you love? That's a real question. Because if your truth and your freedom and your love are stronger than, show up in such a way, and your religion is the only thing that's saying it's no, what do you owe? This is your life, not a religion's life that was written from a book, fucking who knows, and rewritten by people that told them to keep people down and to keep separation. Like, I can't buy that. Religion is opium for the masses, right? Spirituality is your connection directly to source, to God, to divine. So if you have any religion or spirituality, then you should pray. And they will tell you, it's not the religion that makes the love, that makes the choice, that makes the person, that makes the place, that makes anything. And if it is, then maybe you're in a really old, outdated system that needs to change. Yeah, you're gonna have to make a decision. I think that you will probably make a decision. The Queen of Swords is like, she's pretty set, but she doesn't make bad decisions. So she knows what she's talking about. Yeah, Emperor. So she makes decisions that create more stable, sturdy, stronger structures. So like, I don't know. What you will do when the time comes is your choice. What is feeling good for you? What is your personal outcome, right? But if it's something that's blocking or getting in the way of you having a better life, or your dream job, or your dream partner, or whatever, then I don't know, like, I don't know how that aligns. I feel like we've come a lot farther than that in life. So I'm not saying abandon your religion. I'm just saying, like, I've studied a lot of religions, and most of them aren't that different. And the reality is what you need to do is be a good person, right? Don't do things to people that you don't want them to do to you. Don't hurt people. Pray, show gratitude, be loving, like if you have the ability to help somebody that's hurting and you see it, like, or to protect them, then like do the right thing at the right time, right? Like that's what all the religions are basically teaching, right? Is not to be a bad person, is to know the difference between right and wrong, and not to steal or lie or to rape or to cheat or to, like, I'm pretty sure that they're all based. So as long as you're doing those things as a person, you can still honor a lot of your belief system without having to follow all of this crazy. You can still be a victorious person that has a strong connection with the divine, with source, creator, God, whatever you want to call it, universe, almighty, whatever you want to call it. Allah, Jah, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all the same, right? And it's about the relationship that we choose to cultivate with it, right? Like I cultivate my relationship with it. Like I talk to a lot, like my ancestors and archangels and deities. I get to see and embody like all these different people from different times and different, it's so cool. And I just say thank you. I say thank you for the sight. Thank you for the time to be able to commune with you guys, That's why I live here in Bali. Bali is known as the offering. Here they offer, they put things in, they put kanan, which is like blessings, and they pray and they put it on the ground with the incense. And the reason why is because they're calling in the ancestors, the deities, the ancients, the spirits, the gods, right? That's why it's called the island of the gods. Because they're offering. They're putting the offer. They're saying, hey, we're offering you to come and commune with us here, because we know that we put out the blessings. We pray every day. We say our thanks. We acknowledge that we're minuscule, but also that our own life and our soul has a purpose. And so we're here to find whatever that joy and that purpose is for today and be grateful, right? And so because I offer my time and my energy to share messages, right? Because I give an offering back, I receive back the protection. I receive back what I need when I need it. I don't always know exactly how and when and whatever ways things are going to come, but I stay grateful, right? I stay grateful. Even now, with literally almost nothing, gonna lose everything, I'm still grateful. I can say still, donate to my Give Send Go. Help me to save my home and all of the beautiful things, right? But I still have no fear because I know I'm divinely guided and divinely protected. And I know because I'm in commune with them every day, multiple times a day. So I don't worry about what religion people may come from or what they've been baptized in, or, you know, I don't find that. I don't find that I need to be married under, I don't believe that. My religion is love. Source, God, Creator, Allah, Jah, everything. This love. Love is my religion, and that is the reality. Like, love. Nothing that's coming from source is going to be like, that's all written. That's all Constantine rewriting the Bible, rewriting things. Like, they created fear to maintain control and manipulation, and that's exactly what you're talking about, is like religious fear, is religious persecution, right? And that just causes people all this nightmare and all of this, and it's like, it's unnecessary. It's super unnecessary. Religious persecution, like God only means love, right? The Goddess, divine, source, creation, spirit, universe, all, the Almighty, all it is, it's love. It's love. And how we express it, how we express ourselves, and how we let our mental construct come into play, right, is how we're experiencing the love. So sometimes we need to learn the lesson, and we'll keep learning the lesson, and life might seem hard, and it might seem like everything is crumbling down. But it's like, how do we choose to stay sturdy in this state? How do we choose to remain in this physical state? Do we choose to remain as the queen? I'm sturdy, I'm secure, I'm well, right? Or do we let all the illusion and everything start to get to us? Do we start allowing this, nobody loves me, nothing's gonna happen, I'm always whatever, right? I can never share. Every time I ask for something or share my emotions, nothing fucking happens. Like, we can be like that, or we can just say, I know I'm divinely protected, right? And then we know that we'll start to receive a message or a sign or a symbol. We'll receive an offer, we'll receive a call, we'll receive a job, we'll receive, you know, like, as long as you remain open for it. If you let your mind run, you know, if you hide your emotions and you don't express them, number one, and then you let your mind run about all these games that are creating these emotions that are making you not feel good, then you're going to keep going and going and going, and you're going to keep spiraling because you're not expressing your emotions. So when you hurt, you need to say, I don't feel good, that hurts, right? When you say, I love, or I am attracted, or I want more, like, be authentic, be honest about it, right? Be honest about it, because when we don't express, when we're like the King of Cups, when we hide our emotions, it starts to build and it becomes into a physical manifestation, right? It becomes, and then it's not a secret anymore. It's not an illusion, it's not a deception. It's the only thing that it is us deceiving ourselves, right? We've created this palace or this whatever that we choose to live in, and if it's disruptive, if it's nobody's coming or somebody's coming or whatever, it's your truth, right? I didn't put in the work, therefore I don't reserve. Not everything has to have been work in this life. Not all of the work that you put out. Some of it you put out in a past life. Some of us are receiving karmic balance. We're restructuring how this new era is coming into play, and we're receiving this karmic balance from all of the work that we have done from past life to past life to past life, because we just healed some generational trauma, and now they're not judging us anymore. Now they're not going to give us these nightmares. They're not going to give us these extra tasks. They're like, bro, you're the only one that passed the test, actually. Actually, all these other people weren't able to deliver the work with authenticity the same way that you are. You're actually the one that they said is unstable, but you're the only one producing stability in the physical form, right? So you're the only one that's actually showing, right? The rest of them are talking about how you have inaction and how you can't take action, but actually none of them are doing their words like they're writing they're writing checks that their ass can't cash, trying to take people down. Yeah. For many of you guys, they're trying to take feminine down. They're trying to take the Empress down. But and for many of you guys, what I'm feeling is a lot of them don't have that creative. So a lot of people tried to be like feminine. A lot of people tried to be like collective in general, and they don't have the same ability, right? They can't create it. They're not the creator. They're not creators, okay? They may be artists, they may be whatever, they may be these things, but they don't have the ability to actually grow and gestate, right? It doesn't exist. They can steal an idea and say that it's theirs, but they can't run with it, right? They can't birth it. They can't grow it. They can't nurture and feed it. They don't have the ability, yeah, because it's not them, right? So they're just gonna all be running away, and it's gonna come back to hit them in the ass, okay? Where things were not balanced, okay? For the collective, a lot of people are gonna be not feeling so good. A lot of people are gonna get this emotional fucking stalemate, and they're gonna get what's coming to them, and it's gonna be a lot of work, okay? Some of us have put in a lot of work for a long time, and the payout is about to come. For many of us, there has been an extreme, I'm gonna move this more so you guys can see that cool sunset. And so also I can see it while I'm talking to you. But yeah, a lot of us have been on this precipice of, are there people here for us? Are we coming into union? We don't know. Is there a never-ending amount of work? I'm ready. I'm tired for work to be over. I don't want more options. You know, I know what I want. I know what I saw. I know what I feel. I'm ready to act on my passion. I don't want to sit back and be quiet anymore. I want to take action, right? Yeah. I want to express. For many of you guys, yeah, again, the Two of Cups, okay? Yeah, for many of you guys, yeah, you have to express that you want to do this thing with somebody else. So for some of you guys, this is, you want to get married, you want to have a family, you want to come into union, maybe you want to go into partnership. For some of you guys, maybe you want to go into a business partnership first and see how that works and see how you guys can figure it out. In order to come. For some of you guys, they may try to come in as friends or something first, because they don't want to come off too intense, or maybe they don't want you to know that they're obsessed over you, that you are their absolute everything, and they've been hiding it for a long time. For many of them, they want to give you everything that you want, and they feel like you've already given to them tenfold. And yeah, for many, feminine just needs to be in the receiving state, in the reciprocity, and in order for masculine to come in and be received and to share this passion and all of the stories and the emotional discontent, and to be held and to allow for some things to actually be processed out, they actually have to come in and be in service to feminine. That is the reality. Yeah, that is the reality. So for some, again, for some, masculine, I'm getting very strong. This is masculine energy, okay? Take it as it resonates. Can be same sex or whatever. But this is just the energy, what I'm feeling, okay? So for many of you guys, masculine in the divine connection, masculine energy is still believing, they're still holding on, they're still believing that they have to fix something, okay? They're still believing that they have to take action or they have to fix something. Maybe they have an addiction. Maybe for some of them, they may have a porn or a sex addiction, okay? And they may be afraid because they may be afraid of coming into union because they're afraid that, okay, now this can be masculine or feminine. I'm getting it from both sides. They may be afraid that the other person may not be able to fulfill their wishes or dreams, meet their sexual needs or desires. Okay, can you tell us more? Maybe that can be why some of them are still fucking around with the third party. And again, the third party doesn't have to be another person. It can be a porn addiction. It can be hiding and wanking it. It can be, you know, like looking at whatever. It can be watching cam girls or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, it can be a lot of things. For many, they're obsessed. Okay. What are they obsessed with? What is this? What are they obsessed with? For many of them, some of them are obsessed with coming. They're obsessed with coming in and changing the wheel of fortune. They're obsessed with something new coming in. They want to give and receive. They want to they want to build something new with you. The Emperor also, okay. So they just want to be completely in emotional contentment. They don't want either person to still be working on past emotional relationship bullshit. But the reality, again, what I keep seeing, what keeps coming out and read after read after read, what has come up is the masculine needs to come into union with the feminine in order to finish healing whatever that wounding is. Like being of service to her and learning how to be able to be safe in the feminine energy is what will heal that. Okay, for many of them it's past childhood wounding, and they're just afraid. They're afraid because they've been repeating the same pattern or cycle for so long. They're afraid they're going to bring it into the new commitment, and they're also afraid to share all of their emotions. Maybe people have used it against them in the past. Now, when you do come into this union, you guys, this will be a safe space, and that's how you will know divine masculine, divine feminine. That's how you will unequivocally know, is you will feel very safe. If you feel like I want to share something, but I don't know if I should, okay, take a breath, put your hand on your heart, take another breath, and ask again. Ask 3 times. If you're still feeling like you shouldn't share, then maybe this isn't the person you should be sharing with, okay? And that's how you can know. Give yourself a little test, a little heart test. Yeah, of course, and that is the thing. Love is love. You know, like, yeah, people can separate races or religions or languages or countries or whatever, you know, but love is love, and it's gonna keep tipping the wheels of fate, and it's gonna keep finding each other. You know, the messengers are gonna keep coming, and we're gonna keep coming until we've created this stability, this love, this dream, this hope, until we've shown people that true love, right? That true love does exist, that, yeah, that we can still have these hopes and these dreams and this wish fulfillment and this passion, right? That we can share this passion, yeah, and that we can be able to communicate, that we can have all these things that we want. I would suggest that you guys, you know, as we're coming up to this new moon and you want to manifest, I would start by writing a list of like all of the things, right? Write all of the things, first of all, about the people, like why you left past relationships, right? What were the reasons for those? What were the reasons for the undoings? Where can you learn your lesson in the part that you played? And then where can you learn the lesson in why that's not acceptable moving forward in a new or another relationship or partnership or anything like this? Start by doing that, and then start by then admitting, I'm seeing the third party, start by then admitting like where you were wrong. Okay, that's what I just said, but admitting where you were wrong, where you played the part in the relationship, in the agreement or non-agreement or disagreement or whatever, where you played the part, what part you played, right? Because it's not one way Okay, it's definitely more than one person that's making things happen. And then I would suggest to write all of the things that you did love about all of the other partners. Potentially, you can do it like that. I think it's good because it gives us some type of something to compare something to, right? Something to build foundation on, where we're like, we already know, we already experienced the contrast of that. So we know what we do and don't like in a certain sort of way. And make sure you do write down the things that you like, and if that means how you sexually interacted, or how you communicated, or how you spent time, or how you ate, or how you created, or how you made love, whatever, like whatever it is, the things that you did together, spending time together. Write down the things that you did enjoy and the things that you are looking for in new love or within that partner. You know, I always tell people it's like going to a diner and placing an order, right? The universe cannot fulfill your order if you don't place it. So if you're not giving, I have to close these windows, the mosquitoes are coming. So if you're not giving the universe a specific order of what you want, then it's not fulfilling the order for you. You know, it can't. It's like you can sit at a restaurant forever, but until you place your order, they're not going to bring you the food that you want. You can see everybody else's food get delivered to them and be like, ooh, what is that? That smells really good. That looks really good. But if you're not actually placing your order and making your order, then the universe isn't delivering it. And the only thing what you keep thinking about and what you keep letting run in your mind is what you keep asking the universe to give you more of. So are you focused on things that make you upset? Are you focused on things that drain your life force energy? Or are you focused on things that make you feel good? So go to all those things that you had nice experiences with past partners or with lovers or whatever, and write those down. Because as we come into this new moon, it's a really powerful manifestation, especially with relationship and all of that. Yes, Minnie Kitty. And so we just need to be aware of that. If we work in the correct time with the correct cycles and phases and lunations and planetary energies, then we can do ourselves a big favor, because we can work with them in our favor and we can understand how everything is working. So let that be a nice lesson to you guys. Let's pull a couple from the Super of Chapter before we get out of here. Thank you, universe. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Yeah. So when we're connected, we can feel this. We can feel, when you're connected, you feel protected, right? And it's easy to know what is and isn't for you. And anytime, like if you're maintaining a good relationship with divine and you're connected, then that's so funny. These already came out today and then they came out again. Okay. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Again, is that not what literally I was just saying? You know, as we really trust our intuition and all of this stuff, and we feel it, we put our hand on our heart and we really ask and we feel into it, we're going to find more clarity, right? God isn't somebody we're praying to. We're connecting with ourselves and saying, I'm connected to divine. I am part of all that is. I am created in creation's likeness. Therefore, I am God, creation, right? In physical form, expressing itself in physical form and individual form. So act like it. When I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. Yeah, gratitude. Gratitude is huge. Let me see. Oh, God, all these things. You have the happiest time in your life. Yeah, there's someone who understands me and you can focus on something good. Good. Yeah. And like for instance, everybody finds different ways, right? Everybody finds different ways to connect with different people and to find things that make sense to us. And that's what's important, is what makes sense to you, right? Like if your religion and this makes sense to you, then rock it. Do you know what I'm saying? Then be about it. Like find the thing that brings you joy, that's not making your decisions for you, you know, that you feel solely driven and solely connected to. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. Okay? So I'm going to leave you guys here with this. As always, you can schedule a personal or private reading by emailing me at divinitywithinthee@gmail.com. And if you want to support, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share your story. It helps other people down in the bottom also. And yeah, if you can hype or just give your girl some support, my Gifts and Go is below. I appreciate all of your constant love and support, and everybody who's been contributing to me towards my birthday and my space and everything to keep us going. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for meow. Zoe out.